Morning, wherever you are. Welcome back to Resort Fest. This time we have a losers top 8 match between CedrikPle, our 17th seed, and S1oth, our 6th seed. Cedric has had a pretty rough start to this tournament, getting knocked out by, I believe it was Arksky in the winners round 2. So not the greatest start, but he's clawed back. He's done very well in the losers bracket, hoping to continue this streak as the underdog. S1oth has been a bit more fortunate with his winners bracket. I cannot commentate for my life, but we're getting through it.
I will say, don't underestimate Cedric in his 17th seed. He's proved himself, even though losing to Arksky #1 seed was unfortunate. It happened to me as well.
Well, S1oth made it all the way to winners quarterfinals before getting knocked out by Plied, and that's how he's found himself here. So S1oth definitely the favourite in terms of both average times and just plain seeding. But as we said, Cedric is not to be underestimated due to his lack of a submitted PB giving him this lower seed. But he's proved time and time again to be really consistent with his timings.
Yes, I would agree.
I guess if we could have both players confirm if they want to play NDS or with disconnect. Cedric has decided no disconnect, so that will be the preferred match type. So both players can confirm when they are ready. Both players have already done the A and B press and have gone to the home menu. Both players are ready, so we will get this first game in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So Speedy, what would your expectations be for this matchup?
Yeah, so I think I did say it could go either way. Even though S1oth, you did mention, was the favorite, and has a 458 compared to Cedric's 520-ish that he claimed to have. Really, it's anyone's game here, and seems like we have no delay starting off. Almost no delay.
Absolutely no delay. But you could see immediately the difference between a 1.2 copy of the game and a 1.1. It's almost like a second difference just between that first load. It's insanely overpowered, and I think over the course of the run gives Cedric about a 5-second advantage. And that can really be the difference maker. So Cedric ahead by about 3 seconds heading into hole 2. Gets some pretty strong north wind, and S1oth getting northwest wind.
Cedric
also
slides
pretty
out
strong.
of the bunker.
S1oth manages to find the bunker. I'd imagine he'll go for driver chip here, which he does. Oh, a beautiful putt from Cedric, but S1oth misses his driver chip. That's going to definitely open the door even more for Cedric here. We could see a really big upset here.
Cedric getting the driver chip was possible for S1oth.
It might have been, but choosing to play it safe anyways, going for that wedge into a double bogey putt. Cedric getting south wind, making it up to the island very nicely. This should hit the fairway, which it does. He's going to roll very nicely up onto the green for an eagle putt. An absolutely huge hole 3. Very nice from S1oth to make it up onto the island. Cedric just barely missing left on his eagle putt, but should convert this birdie very nicely. For a 144 beginner, a very acceptable pace for this type of matchup. S1oth could go for driver chip here, but he's choosing to put it, and that's going to just run right past the hole, and it's going to slow up.
So throughout this tournament, a lot of runners have been playing hole 4 differently, and Cedric decides to go with the iron approach, like I usually like to. But let's see if S1oth might want to go for the bunker driver, as some runners opt to go for.
And also what some runners opt for is to just completely bounce over the bunker and hit the rough first and roll onto the green that way. But all 3 ways are viable.
Both runners using iron and seeing success.
Cedric hitting a tree on hole 5 with 0 wind. He's not going to be in the greatest spot. He is able to make it up, but he could driver chip here, but I doubt he will. We'll see if S1oth is any luckier. He gets south wind, and he's going to go for a red line nip here. And he's going to make it through. He's not going to even touch any trees, so a very nice first shot from S1oth here. Could maybe try and get this gap closed.
S1oth goes
Cedric picking up a
iron second
birdie.
shot.
Very interesting strategy here. He's going to be on the green for an eagle putt. That could be helpful for him, but it's a very tricky eagle putt.
Nice.
A beautiful putt. Definitely putting him back into contention. Cedric getting 10 dog. He's going to catch the bunker. Gets the pin on the hill, which isn't the quickest, but he manages to make it work. Should get an adjusted birdie here. Which he does. Very nice. Very nice. S1oth not able to make it into the river. But catches the bunker beautifully. Should get this eagle putt, or birdie putt, I should say. Cedric getting really strong win on hole 7. And he manages to make it through. That's going to be absolutely huge for him. I'd imagine he'll just wedge onto the green here now for a birdie putt. Which he does. S1oth getting 0 wind on 7. We'll see what he makes of it. He's going to make it through, and that should just roll just over the fairway. Or just over the green. No, he's going to stay on the green. He's going to have a very, very nice eagle putt here. An absolutely beautiful shot from S1oth. We'll see if Cedric's going to play late. He's not. He goes all the way to the left properly. We've seen many runners not go as far to the left as Cedric, which actually loses time in the long run. S1oth getting really strong southwind. He's playing 8. This is very interesting. Oh, he's put it lovely. He's placed it very close. This is going to be an absolutely amazing birdie putt here.
And we're approaching hole 9, and as we've seen, hole 9 can really be a choke point for runners. Cedric seems to always
southwest
go
wind.
Right path. I think that was just west. I think he could have made the island with that.
Oh, and S1oth getting north wind. This is going to come right down to the wire here, folks, as we cross the 5-minute barrier. Cedric goes for a red line minute. He's going to go so far over the green. He's in the rough. S1oth opting for a 3-bar iron. Definitely the smart choice here. He clips the rough. That's going to help him.
Cedric goes for the chip.
He has the putt. S1oth needs to go for a driver chip here. He goes for it. He gets it, hits the flag and sinks it.
I think that was S1oth.
And I think that was S1oth by a second. A very, very close finish to our first game. If we could have both runners confirm their times, I believe S1oth had a 5:20 and Cedric had a 5:21.
That is so close. That's a very beautiful first match for our runners here. S1oth with a 5:19.
We're just waiting on Cedric. This could be a potential retime, but it seemed as though the delay was fairly even between both runners.
And it would be interesting if S1oth manages to beat Cedric out with the 1.2 version, because it does give Cedric a little bit of an advantage.
Cedric saying he thinks half a second slower, but he's opting to forego the retime, giving game 1 to S1oth.
I think he means 1 or 2 seconds, which is...
Oh.
Which if it was half a second, I don't know. I might want to retime that, but...
Maybe.
Yeah, Cedric's willing to go ahead and give this game to S1oth.
So both runners just doing their A and B presses as we prepare for game number 2. We could see a potential trio sweep for S1oth. I think that'd probably be what S1oth wants. You wouldn't want to be losing a game to such a low seed. I think it wouldn't be great for the mentality of the players.
5:19 and 5:20 are 2 very solid times for these runners, especially for Cedric and seed number 17. This might be his personal best.
Absolutely. And Speedy, both players are ready. You can give us the countdown for game number 2.
All right. We'll start game number 2 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
So Cedric reporting that previous game could have been a PB. As we go again with absolutely no delay. This is exactly what we want as commentators and as viewers. because it means that there's absolutely no guesswork needed to figure out between the players who finished first and who finished second. So Cedric is going to get really light north wind here. That's going to do wonders for him. Could potentially roll in for an eagle.
S1oth has tough wind, really rough east winds, and gives him a little bit farther away.
Really, really long birdie putt here. Cedric makes his birdie, and S1oth with an absolute bomb to sink a birdie. That's going to make it pretty even as we head into hole number 2. We see Cedric getting 0 wind. He's hit it a bit hard. Gets lucky to just catch that front of the bunker. Could go for driver chip here, but he might be a bit too close. He hits the flag, but doesn't sink it. And
S1oth makes his in there.
So S1oth ahead by probably about a second or two. About 2 seconds as we head into hole number 3.
And S1oth gets impossible wind for the island.
You cannot make the island with that wind.
I wonder if S1oth knows that.
I think he may know it now. He does. And
Cedric also getting 28.
14 west, not the greatest wind.
Depends on what country you're from, I guess.
He was unfortunate to hit the tree there. If he managed to get onto the fairway, it would have been a decently okay 3 to help build that lead further.
Oh!
He hits the pole for an eagle, but it's going to drop very nicely for him. Those polygons doing absolute wonders for him. And S1oth!
Oh my goodness!
What a fucking chip in for par! Oh my god! That's really
from far away.
That's clawed the game back so much. Cedric getting right pin here on not right pin. Gets it close for a hole in one. That's going to be a birdie putt for Cedric, but S1oth on the edge of the green. A bit of a tricky putt here. As both players go for their putts. Cedric makes his birdie, but S1oth just coming up a little bit short. He's going to have to put it for par. So Cedric with about a stroke lead here as we head into hole number 4. Get some decent northwest wind. That's going to do pretty well for him. He's overhit it slightly and just going completely over the trees. Luckily avoids the bunker.
S1oth has 0 wind and gets stuck in the trees, but he might have a chance to get out. If he hits a solid 2 or so, yeah, that might be a good shot for him.
Yes. 0 wind on 5. It can be the kindest or it can be the cruelest of winds. It all depends on how you play that first driver shot.
Very nice approach shot with the wedge.
Both players sticking it really close to the pin, both sinking it for birdie. So we are still very close between both players. An absolutely brilliant matchup so far as we head into hole number 6. Cedric going for 10 dog here. And S1oth going for 10 dog as well, but he gets a red line to the left. That's not going to get him into the rough or the water. So Cedric with another chance to build up a slight lead here. But he underhits the driver.
Underhits.
He's put it into the water. That is not what you want to do here.
S1oth makes it onto the green. And Cedric almost chips it in there, which would have been amazing.
S1oth makes the birdie. Not even adjusted. Absolutely brilliant from him as Cedric makes a double bogey. Not what he wants to see. So S1oth with a slight lead here. He gets 4 south going into hole 7. That very nicely makes it. And Cedric, he has good wind to make it through the main gap, but he opts to go for middle path. And that's going to cost him. That's going to put him out of bounds.
I'm not really sure if middle path is something you want to go for with south wind. It's really only sort of an east wind thing. And S1oth misses his putt on the green for an eagle. But taps it in for birdie.
Cedric with a chip from the bunker. He's going to stick it close, but it's not exactly in. We'll see what hole 8 has to offer. S1oth getting northwest, choosing to play it. That is going to be really overhit. That could be in that far bunker, which is not where you want to be. And it is. Very unfortunate.
Price for that.
Cedric choosing to go for give up. S1oth putting it very close though. So this is going to be a very close. We'll see south wind or north wind could be the difference. Oh, but Cedric gets a ghost swing. That's going to cost him about a second. S1oth getting straight west on 9. He's going to go for a red line manip. And he makes it up. A beautiful shot. Cedric getting, I believe that was southeast, not going to make it to the island. Choosing to go for the right island. Hopefully he can make it up.
S1oth gets a beautiful power shot just over the 2 dots, which is what he wants.
Oh, that is exactly what you want. Just clipping that rough. Beautiful. You could not have played that any better. Cedric with his second shot. Almost gets an albatross on the bounce. Very unfortunate. S1oth going to put that in for about a 529. As Cedric has a pretty long eagle put. We'll see if he can recover a sub 540. He doesn't. Very unfortunate for him. He's going to put that in for a birdie for a 544. And that is going to be game 2 to S1oth.
Congratulations to S1oth on that.
And we just really quickly, we can confirm the retimes from game 1. It was a 518.933 to S1oth and a 521 flat to Cedric. So S1oth definitely taking game 1. As well as game 2. So Cedric on the back foot here. We have seen a reverse sweep with a best of 5 match only once before in this current tournament by myself against Alaska. But it is definitely possible. So I would not be writing out Cedric just yet.
But Cedric must feel the pressure now because S1oth only has 1 more game to go, and Cedric must win all 3 in a row.
Yes, definitely not the easiest challenge as both players go in for their AMD presses. As we set up for this match point game for S1oth here. So if we can have both confirmation the players are ready. Both players are ready, so we will get game 3 underway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So the winner of this match will face myself in winners' quarters. That would be an interesting matchup, to say the least, as both players get underway with, again, minimal delay. So S1oth getting very light southwest wind there. It's going to be very nice for hole 1. And Cedric, I believe, getting 0 wind, which is also a very nice. 0 wind, definitely ideal to set up for an eagle.
When Cedric slightly under hits, is he going to go for the driver chip?
No, probably the wisest decision there with 0 wind. He goes for the chip, but absolutely sinks it in. A beautiful recovery chip from Cedric, as S1oth also makes his birdie. It's going to be about a 3-second difference between Cedric and S1oth heading into hole 2. Cedric kind of buffering a bit. Both players kind of jumping. Could this be Cedric trying to recreate his hole skip that we saw in the last game?
Not really sure what's going on here, but S1oth
Cedric making a par putt. S1oth overhit his driver, putting it into the rough. Not where you want to be on hole 2, as both players make a par. Cedric onto hole 3. He gets very light southeast wind there. He could have made the island, but choosing to play it safe, putting it straight into that fairway. S1oth getting, I believe that was 16 southwest.
Yeah, it's not that bad for S1oth, as long as he can hit it full, which he did.
Puts himself beautifully on the island. Cedric, an absolute beautifully placed shot onto the fairway. A very good opportunity to driver chip here. But choosing
S1oth also with a nice approach shot. Might be able to putt this to see what he does. Oh, a driver.
Oh, hits it off the pole. But out of all the possibilities, that definitely could have been so much worse. So Cedric with a big chance here. S1oth missing a putt. Cedric, the door is wide open for you, lad.
And Cedric overhits his iron shot here. We'll see what happens.
It is a pretty big overhit, but from that rough, it's not the trickiest of driver chips here if you go for full 2-bar with the driver.
S1oth is going to go for the iron with 20 south. It's an interesting play here. We'll see what happens with this putt.
Cedric goes for his par putt, and he just barely leaves it short. S1oth, apologies, going for a really long birdie putt. It's going to be a par for him. So S1oth getting that 1 stroke back on Cedric as we head into hole number 5. Oh, very, very unfortunate win for Cedric. He needs to land on the fairway here.
Left here.
Probably the wisest decision to completely avoid the trees there. S1oth getting it very nicely onto the fairway here. We'll see what he can do from here. With
Not a
pretty
bad
strong
shot from
west wind.
Cedric.
S1oth just barely missing the bunker, but he could driver chip here from his position.
Barely
Cedric
missing
was
for
going for the
Cedric.
putt.
And S1oth,
S1oth hits the
almost makes high
flag,
driver
but
chip.
unfortunately, with that strong wind, it just doesn't drop for him. So Cedric still with a slight lead as we head into hole number 6. Cedric getting pretty decent wind. He's going for 10 dog here. Should land nicely into the river. Oh, but it's slow. It's a double bounce roll. That's not going to be good for him. As S1oth also goes for 10 dog, but with that west wind, it just will not drop for him.
Cedric's on good
almost
pace to
putting it
beat
in.
out S1oth for this and take
Cedric
his
with a
first
very
game.
tricky putt here. These downhill putts on 6 are not kind of all, and we can see it there. Just the slightest misadjustment or a misalignment can just cause the ball to just go all sorts of directions. So S1oth now with a very slight lead as we head into hole number 7. He's going to get north the wind on hole number 7. This is going to be huge. This is hole in 1 potential here for S1oth. Oh, and catches the bunker beautifully. That is the exact shot that you want to see. Cedric also in a really good position here. Could potentially go for iron and hit the flag, but chooses to play safe. Oh, and an absolutely beautiful eagle putt here from S1oth. That could definitely be the shot of the match here. S1oth has played hole 8, and he's choosing to play hole 8 again, this time with 0 wind, but he's hit that very strong.
Could he driver chip this?
It's on the fairway. He could driver chip. We know S1oth isn't a stranger to these driver chips. Choosing to play it safe, going for a birdie putt here, but he's hit it too hard. He's going to go long. Opens the door back for Cedric. This will be fairly level here as we head into hole number 9. S1oth getting his par putt and Cedric getting his give up. And both players even. We are dead even heading into hole number 9. Cedric getting south wind. That's not the greatest. He could be in the rough here. If Cedric is in the rough here, it's pretty much game over.
Oh, and S1oth redlines right and misses the island.
S1oth doesn't get up onto the island. Cedric in a beautiful position here to get up onto this main island. He gets the red line to the left.
Could this be what Cedric needs to take the first game?
It's a bit hard, but it's on the island. That's what you want to see. S1oth going for a driver, hitting that rough, just going a little bit long. Cedric going for a putt for
Cedric
game.
needs is a putt, and old S1oth needs is a driver chip.
S1oth choosing to play it safe, going for iron.
And Cedric will take his first match.
Cedric taking game 3 with a 553, I believe, and S1oth closely behind with a 558. So a very, very close match here. Definitely, the game is most definitely back on with Cedric taking game number 3. The reverse sweep is on, folks. So if you wanted to bet all of your channel points on S1oth, I would be sweating a little bit right now.
Very strong performance from both players here, as we're seeing. And they're both very close neck and neck, so really keeping the pressure on.
Absolutely. Both players go in to go and do their A and B presses. So with the way that both Cedric and S1oth are playing, this definitely, as we said before, at the start of the match, could go either way. It's near impossible to tell who can win, and we saw it there just in that game alone, that wind directions can be the difference maker. So we can have both confirmation that players are ready. We can get Speedy to get game number 4 underway.
All right, sounds good. Are they ready?
Yes, both players are ready.
All right, we'll start game number 4 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, let's see the delay.
It's been fairly even so far throughout this entire match. So Cedric with about a 1 second delay. Not the worst that we've seen. DeQuavius.
A little bit of buffering we're seeing.
Both players going for a pretty good driver chip, the air driver. Not a driver chip. S1oth getting about a mid-northwest wind. Catching the bunker, that's not the greatest place to be in. Cedric going to set up really nicely here for a pretty short birdie putt here. S1oth going for the iron out of that bunker, trying to just slide it in for the birdie. Comes up a little bit short, gets a par, as Cedric is going to have about a 5-second lead as we head into hole number 2.
Cedric is determined to take this Jimmy Neutron style reverse sweep.
S1oth getting that bunker in on one bounce, that's exactly what you want. Cedric with an absolutely beautiful driver chip with that strong wind, and that's
so
going to definitely help him. Both players pretty well matched, not just throughout this game, but throughout this entire match. Cedric getting 0 wind on hole 3, but we've seen him probably
S1oth with
wisely.
A 26 east. And
And he's
that will be an
overhit that.
overhit.
That's going out of bounds. So Cedric playing around the island, the intended route, as you will, on hole number 3, just barely misses that fairway, but he's going to recover nicely, and with S1oth getting out of bounds, which presumably we don't know that Cedric knows that, it's definitely going to help. Cedric putting it pretty good position for a driver chip, but I think we've gathered
a rough time here.
S1oth going out of bounds again. This is not what you want to see at all. He keeps adjusting to the left. You really should just not be adjusting at all.
It's definitely what Cedric wants to see. Because he has 2 more games to win. This could be what he's looking for.
Cedric getting pretty strong south wind on 4. He's going to have a pretty long birdie putt here, but I don't think it's going to bother him too much here, as S1oth is going to miss another shot here on hole number 3.
Cedric with a very skillful birdie putt.
Beautiful. So Cedric with a full hole lead here, as Cedric goes into hole number 5, and S1oth only going into hole number 4, 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. Cedric getting unlucky though with this hole 5 wind. That's twice in a row now he's gotten the same wind direction. As S1oth puts it close. A very, very close shot here. That could be overhit from Cedric.
No, it looks like it's
on the green
here. Yes.
Oh, that's actually a beautiful shot. An absolutely beautiful shot. 4-meter putt for an eagle. Exactly what you want to see.
Questionable wind here for S1oth. But he lands on the
fairway. Gets a good red line and perfectly clips the tree. Cedric getting west wind. Not the greatest wind on 6. You need to aim pretty far to right to get 10 dog. But you also run the risk of potentially getting the bad respawn, which can kill your run. But he is opting for iron here, the Rymax strat, if you will.
Yes, and S1oth misses a driver chip here and lands in the water, but he gets it the second time. Oh, and it doesn't go in the hole. S1oth is having a really rough round right now. Cedric is looking for this opportunity to take it back.
So Cedric with about half a hole lead here. Probably 3 strokes, I'd say. Really strong south wind for S1oth on hole 6. That is not what you want to see. And decent wind for Cedric here. That could just land straight in the bunker.
Oh, barely makes it to the out of bounds. It's a rough interaction with the tree.
Yes, definitely clipped the tree there. But it doesn't matter. Once you're in that rough, you're safe.
See what S1oth decides to do here.
S1oth going for a long putt here and just comes up short. That's a very difficult putt there to make. It might be possible to driver chip, but I think with the height that pin is, it's probably better to just play it safe.
Especially with the wind too, 30 south.
Cedric thought about playing hole 8 there with that wind, but I think wisely foregoes it. S1oth gets 0 wind on 7. And he's going to clip that bunker. I'd imagine he'll go for a driver chip here, which he will. But he misses the flag.
Not make it.
So the door is wide open for Cedric here as he enters hole number 9, while S1oth still only on hole number 7. And Cedric finally getting a bit of luck here on hole number 9, getting north wind. He's finally going to be able to play that left island. Does he find the bluff?
Cedric finishes this game up. And S1oth is actually not deciding to play hole 8 this time, even though he has pretty decent wind to do so.
Cedric wisely switching to iron. He's going to land just shy of the green. I'd imagine he'll go for 2 putts or maybe a wedge and a putt. He goes for 1 putt, just barely misses to the left of the pin, and he's going to have a very nice putt here to take game number 4 unless S1oth can do a hole skip. Nope.
It doesn't
Cedric
look like the
is
whole
going
skip
to
is possible here.
Cedric takes game number 4. As S1oth finds the rough. That is not where you want to be at all, trying to get up onto this main island here. Goes for a red line manip.
The S1oth fans are sweating.
But it's not enough.
It takes 2 games in a row.
As S1oth goes to the main menu, forfeiting game number 4.
Could we have the second reverse sweep of the tournament?
It is definitely possible. Both players putting up really consistent times there. S1oth just getting unfortunate with one driver chip, or one driver shot on hole 3. And it's like a snowball effect, really. You miss one shot and your mentality is gone. You start making more and more mistakes, and that was exactly what we saw with S1oth there. So he's going to have to dig deep to take this game and match.
Yes, for sure. It's match point for both runners.
I hope you brought your popcorn, because both players doing their A and B prompts. If we can have confirmation that both players are ready for this final game. Both players are ready, so we will get game number 5. We've gone all the way. Game number 5 will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm really excited to see how this is going to turn out.
Absolutely, you were probably foolish to think if you could write Cedric off in this match, even just before it even started. But Cedric has been playing an absolutely brilliant tournament so far. Even if he loses this, I'd be happy. He's put up an absolute brilliant run. So Cedric getting pretty strong northwest wind, while S1oth, apologies, get some very light southeast wind. But S1oth playing it completely backwards here. Could go for a driver chip from that edge of the green, choosing not to. And both players making extremely long putts from the fringe for birdie. S1oth with about a 1 second lead here heading into hole 2. S1oth getting south wind, Cedric getting east wind. But S1oth misses the bunker. That's twice now we've seen S1oth miss the bunker on hole 2. Could he be panicking, I wonder? Cedric with a wonderful driver chip, and S1oth counteracting that mistake there. Recovering well.
Rough win for Cedric here.
It is possible to make it up onto the island with that wind, but wisely choosing to play it safe. S1oth also playing it safe. Landing on the fairway though, so it is going to be a slightly better position for S1oth rather than Cedric. Cedric choosing not to redline here. Probably to stay on that fairway, set up for probably an iron shot here to get onto the green. S1oth with a beautiful redline manip. Could go for a driver chip, depending on how he's feeling. He's not feeling it. He's playing it safe, taking a wedge. Going to stick it pretty close to the pin for a birdie putt. Speaking of birdie putts, Cedric just going to come up short on his, and he's going to sink it for par. So S1oth with a slight lead here as we head into hole number 4.
Right pin, 0 wins.
With 0 wins. That's under hit. I believe that's in the bunker.
No, he's good.
Oh, it's not. That's a beautiful shot by
Cedric is in the bunker.
But with the right pin, you can't make driver chip. I wonder what his play is there.
You know, it's really interesting how throughout this whole game, both runners have very similar circumstances, and also like just very similar play styles.
Yeah, S1oth just catching the tree there on 5. He doesn't really have a shot, maybe. Oh no, he plays that beautifully. He's going to land in the bunker, but with that short pin, it isn't the worst thing. You can very easily chip it in with the wedge. But I think he was too far back to go for it. Cedric overhitting that shot here. That's not going to be great. He could driver chip from the rough, but it's a very, very difficult one. He's just going to play it safe, play the wedge, roll onto the green. So S1oth with about a one stroke advantage heading into 6. He's going to get good wind for 10 dog. Into the water, gets the good respawn. And a beautiful
S1oth is falling out of his mind here.
A beautiful slide there from S1oth, who's going to be very nice for an adjusted birdie putt. We'll see what Cedric can do here with his 10 dog shot.
Very nice,
plays
Cedric.
it beautifully. Almost sinks it in for an adjusted eagle. Oh, S1oth getting pretty rough wind. Goes for a red line manip.
And he's safe.
Beautifully gets lucky catching that tree. On the fairway. Cedric getting light wind. He catches the tree, but he's gone out of bounds. Oh, that is very, very unfortunate from Cedric. Tries to go for it again, gets a red line to the left, and he doesn't make it again. Oh, from bad to worse for Cedric. S1oth getting north wind on 8, choosing to go for give up. Perhaps he's watching the stream. He knows what Cedric has done. He doesn't want to risk anything.
And Cedric is going for give up?
I believe he is. Not the worst decision in the world, but it is going to take him a little bit of time.
Very interesting.
So S1oth with a full hole advantage at least heading into hole 9. He's going to get west wind. Goes to the red line manip.
Might be the rough. We'll see what happens.
The rough isn't the worst thing you could red line manip with a 2-bar driver.
Yeah, and I think that's what he's going to do.
He'll go for that. He hits the rock, Arky style, but makes it up onto the fairway. Cedric has played hole 8. Oh, hits that putt just a little bit too hard. Doesn't drop for him.
All right, one more putt now. For S1oth.
For the match, he's going to sink it.
With the winner of this game.
Oh, and Cedric getting really strong 14 north wind on 9. That was the wind that he wanted to see, but unfortunately it's come up just a little bit too late. And it's going to be 3-bar iron. Finish it in style, Cedric. He's going to just run a little bit past the green. Could go for a putt here, I imagine, given his previous games. Which he does. But the putt comes up quite short. It's going to be a birdie putt here for a 601. Just barely missing out on the sub 6. But a sub 6 to that level just was not enough, as S1oth takes game 5 and takes the match.
Very impressive showing from both runners.
Commiserations, Cedric. Congratulations, S1oth. You both played extremely well. If either of you guys want to unmute, we can do a bit of a post-match interview.
A real one is here.
GG's. Most fun match of a tournament for me.
Yeah, no, that was that got scary. That got really scary.
So commiserations, Cedric. You were down 2-0 at one point. When you won game 3 and 4, did you think that you were going to get the reverse sweep?
I just played the game, so no idea.
Seems that's been your strategy all along, is to have no strategy.
Yep.
Well, S1oth, congratulations.
S1oth, did you think that you were going to win game 5, or did you think that Cedric was going to take it from you?
I was hoping I'd win it. I locked in because I genuinely think, I thought games 1 and 2 was the best I've ever played. And then 3 happened. I was like, okay, I need to stop trolling. And then 4 happened. I was like, okay, I need to lock the fuck in. What am I doing? Yeah,
but both players, you both played extremely well throughout all 5 games. S1oth, you will go on to face myself now in the next round. How are you feeling about that?
I don't lock the fuck in. I don't feel so good. because what the fuck was that? I mean, I genuinely, I know I'm getting like better because I think this was the first tourney that I've had like 3 really good games. My 5th game was really good. My first game was really good. I think that's the best tourney game I've had. And then my second game, low-key, only got saved by that driver chip on 3. I don't even know how the fuck I managed that, but yeah, that's like I think if I play like I did and don't sell the last couple of games, I think I have a chance. So,
well, personally, I hope you do sell.
I do have one more question for Cedric, and that's about the give up on hole 7 on the last game.
Yeah, no idea how to make it with east-facing wind, so yeah, I thought
it's understandable.
Would be faster than just trying it again.
For sure.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Well, congratulations once again, S1oth, on your very nail-biting finish there.
Thank you.
Congratulations, you guys both played amazingly. It was very fun to watch.
Yes, thank you to both players. Thank you to my co-commentator Speedy. Thank you to Clyde for restreaming. And we will see you guys later.